Morning, Ken.
Morning, Mavis.
You've forgotten to take your sandwiches.
We don't have to whisper about sandwiches, Mavis, do we? They're not obscene, are they?
Well, you don't want everybody in the world to know that you take sandwiches.
Do I care whether they know or not?
You used to.
With this over my head, this? Do I care what anybody thinks about anything? Oh, thank you.
So go on. I'm listening.
Well, I went round last night.
Yeah, and you brought her up to date?
Oh, that was the point.
Why do you always have to worry about the ex? I mean, you do, I know. So she's not found out through back keel, and... How did she take to it?
Like a dose of poison,
Oh,
I'm afraid.
that's a pity.
Yes, it is.
I have got this right. X does equal X.
Oh, emphatically, and most of the emphasis used to come from her.
Is it because I'm on the doorstep?
Well, the thing is, you see, we never had a child. I never... But it's true. I sort of decision that I could never quite make.
Oh, you didn't tell her?
It wasn't possible not to tell her.
It wasn't possible.
Well, I couldn't just say I'm seeing Denise full stop, could I?
Why not?
Well, it just doesn't work out that way when you're saying it.
Thank you. I said I didn't want anybody knowing.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if there's one thing I made clear...
Well, people are going to know, aren't they?
When I'm ready. When I know I'm having a baby.
Well, that's already decided, isn't it?
No!
Look...
Nature might have her own ideas.
Yes, but look, I mean...
It's not something you like having to say.
No, yes, I know, I'm sorry.
I mean, 3 months, I said. I wanted 3 months before I went telling the world.
I'll go. I'll see her. It's something that she'll understand. I'll go round.
So, you've come up.
Aye, only 50 quid, but I'm not going to write and complain, I'll tell you.
Do you know, I don't see you buying premium bonds.
Yeah, it was only 50 quid out of the Queen's gratuity. I thought, well, put it away. One day I might wake up a millionaire anyway. I woke up and I'd broken even, so there you are, now. Cheerio, love.
Hello.
Hey, Davy. Jim.
Hey, nice to see a happy, smiling face.
Talking of happy, smiling faces, I saw your Derek setting off today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I waved to him in his shiny new car, but he didn't wave back.
Well, perhaps he was in a hurry.
He was going at what we call quite a clip. Could make a gag of that if I wanted to. Luckily, I'm not in the mood. I'll see you.
See you, love. What were all that about?
He was making a joke. He likes to make Derek and me the butt of his jokes. And so does Angela, if you ask me.
Angela?
Well, she's led him on about that car, and now he's driving about in musical chimes, practically.
Oh, you mean that, He'll have spurned her advances, Mavis. That's what it'll be.
It is not a laughing matter.
Was I laughing? No, all I'm saying is, if she was still harbouring any notion, she'd not send him out in the world in that, would she?
No.
No.
So, she's trying to gloat over me and get her own back. Now, that is the way her petty little mind would work.
Deirdre,
I'm back. So you can stick my order down again.
Oh, thank you. It's good to see you, love.
It's not bad news about your mother, I hope.
Well, it is and it isn't. She's in a hostel, you know, sheltered accommodations and everything.
Well, you've done all you can, love. I'm glad I've nobody to be a worry to.
Well, perhaps a bit later on we can meet and have a really good catch-up.
Oh, I think I've done all the catching up I need, sir.
Carla.
You don't realise, do you?
Who does?
Till you see it. So many.
So many.
It's wonderful, isn't it? You know, the way, well, to keep it so nice.
The road.
Oh, stop a minute. There was Walkinshaws near us when I was a lass. It's not a name you hear much.
No, it's not.
20.
They're on skateboards at 20 now, aren't they? Trying to knock you off the curb with headphones on. Skateboards. 18, 19. Look at the difference. Who these lads are.
There's no sense to it, though, is there?
No. No, some fool made it so it had to be.
Has he been related, I wonder?
You never know.
He had some kind of a reserved occupation, our Mr. Walkinshaw. He ran off, you know. Left his wife and went away with Eileen Parry.
Oh.
Her whose mother had the post office.
Oh, there were plenty of fellas willing to entertain the women folk behind your back. There were that. There were a cushy end and there were this end. You know, I'd like to stop here for a bit, if I may. There's some lads I'd like to find and have a word with.
Do you want to be on your own?
If it's all right.
It's a place I want to find, any road. So, shall we see you back at the hotel?
OK, then.
We'll see you when we see you, Mr. Sugden.
Aye.
Where would you want to go, then?
Well, if we get that minibus, they say we could go to the American one.
Oh, well, if you want to go, I mean, do you know any Americans?
Well, I promised someone, if I could, I'd look up a grave, so I could tell them I'd seen it.
Well, if you've promised someone, then we'll go.
We off racing then?
I like what they tell me about Pontefract. Got the necessary?
Yeah, got a monkey in my back pocket.
A monkey?
500 quid. Oh, or whatever it is in your parlance.
It's 500 in my parlance. I leave all that to the cockneys, they can't help it.
Oh, whatever, I've got some money anyway.
Enough for a serious day's work.
Oh, it's by my standards, yeah.
Right. Now, before you start, I got cleaned out one time by a major, name of Gross. I said I thought he was the best poker player I'd ever come across. He said it was the result of a very expensive education, and he didn't mean Eton. Do you follow me? You win, and you lose.
Right.
I've been leaving them all over, but he won't take the hints. And he needs a holiday. Is that tense is wound up like a... Well, like I don't know what, like a thing that's really wound up.
Are we talking about anybody I know?
Yes. Of course, he's having a bad time with his boss at the moment.
Is he?
Oh, we can't even mention his name.
Another one? It's nout but holiday brochures. It's the closest she gets to improving her mind.
Right, well, if we're going to get off to Pontefract, we best get a move on, aren't we?
When I say Pontefract, I was thinking of the miracle of television, not driving to the other end of Yorkshire.
Oh, we're not going to hang around with all those tossers down at the betting shop, are we?
There are clubs where a gentleman can go racing in a degree of comfort and find refreshment at the same time.
Hey, and I thought I knew all the clubs in Manchester, eh?
Your big friend went to America, didn't she? What's the name of her docked thingy?
Broadbent.
Where was it she went? You always used to tell me.
Sandusky, Ohio.
They're funny names for places, don't they?
Straight ahead.
Was that the actual beach?
Well, so they said.
Oh, they were a long way from home.
Straight ahead, keep going, straight on.
It's not too bumpy for you in this chair, is it?
Do you think I'm going to complain in a place like this?
Now remember, most of the horses at any given meeting were only put in the boxes to give their owners a day out.
You reckon?
I know it. And if you discard those, there's a lot of one-horse races. Now, you ready?
Yep.
Right. Take your money out and hold it in your hand.
Not in here.
You didn't have to wave it in the air. I want to see you hold it in your hand. Now, if your hand were empty at the end of the day, would you feel really, really sick? Or would you be able to smile? Consider this while I admire the tiling in this establishment.
There he is.
Oh. Sergeant.
Master Sergeant.
L.P. Kennedy. Who did you promise?
Him.
You mean...
Yes. When we had the chance to come, I promised him I'd found where he was.
You knew him?
Aye.
What was his name?
Leonard be right. Only everybody in the world called him Danny. We used to sing him that song, the Irish one, kidding him. Well, I say used to. Wouldn't have been more than twice. He'd have been 23 in the November. Not much like him. But all you have got is chin. That's your father buried there.
Popped along to the Building Society today. Put that check in from the premium bonds. How do we look at the balance?
Did you?
See, well, I thought to myself, if she's walking out on me, she's not going to get very far with 500 quid. So it can't be that now, can it?
I took some money out for Steve.
You did?
For his business. He's got it coming in, but they make him wait for it. To tide him over.
Out of your compensation money?
Yes, mine. So let's hear no more about it, eh?
You want your head testing, Liz?
Why did you tell me now? I'm 49 years old. Why did you tell me now?
I didn't think I'd ever tell you.
Well, why did you?
Well, there comes a time all of a sudden when you want to put things straight before you go.
Oh, Mother.
He never even knew about you. I thought it would be wronging him in the end. And they've been wronged enough up these.
You had an affair.
Well, you know. But just you make allowances for what you don't know. I never had to, thank God. Loving someone enough for a lifetime, knowing 23. He used to call them his boys, the others. Said he had to look after them because they were young.
Let me just understand.
I'll tell you about him when you're ready to know.
Did my dad know?
Yes.
Well, he did well, didn't he? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to feel? Oh, Percy.
You've come to visit our Yankee friends as well, have you?
We came to look at the Omaha beaches.
Oh, well, what about a bit of dinner? And what do you say? Because you can't have much in you with the breakfast you give you here, can you? Hey, what do you say? Is there something wrong?
Do you think that, you could take my mother back to the hotel for me?
Yes, of course I can, yes.
Thank you. I can't. I just can't.
Is she upset?
Yes, well, it's a very emotional place.
So there she was, right, stashing the stuff down the front of her corset, right? She even had a boil in the back kippers there, the lot.
I thought it was supposed to be whalebone.
But when the frozen chicken fell out...
Hey, send Steve over here or something more there.
Well, he was over... Oh, well, he's not there now. Jacko, who was that bloke that Steve was with?
Galton Major, wasn't it?
You know where he went?
Off racing. I can't say where, though, Jim.
Where doesn't matter.
The chicken.
Oh! Going out? Going clubbing?
Well, you never know. He might take me out. I mean, they've brought back trams, haven't they? No, I'm going to Blackpool.
Oh, lick some candy floss for me, eh?
No, I'm going to see my grandson. I like to see him when I can, but I don't always get a chance. And I don't think he's into candy floss yet.
Oh, how old is he then?
Well, he'll be, 2 in September. Ah! Oh! Do you know, he's so forward. Every time I see him, you know, he's grown that bit more, you know, and he can weigh everybody up, everybody and everything. It's about time you started thinking.
Me? What about?
Well, start while you're young. Meet a nice fella, settle down, start, you know.
Nah, it's how very much I'm enjoying myself. I'll leave all that till I'm 30, something really past it.
Get away. The younger the better.
Hey, Princess, did I see you with some holiday brochures before?
It's all she ever reads, that and fashion mags.
They won't let me have any more out of that place in Rosamond Street. They're getting quite shirty.
You like dreaming, do you?
Oh, I don't know about dreaming. I think they're quite educational.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
I didn't know anything about geography when I left school, but ask me about the Maldives, I could tell you all sorts. It's good for diving. Tropical fish, windsurfing. It's got palm trees. The atmosphere's very French, which means that the food isn't just food, it is cuisine.
Where is it? Apart from in the brochure, where is it on the planet? Like, is it east, is it west?
Well, you read the brochure, they don't ask you to fly the plane. Feel free if you want to.
Thanks.
Bye-bye, darlings.
Are you cogitating a holiday?
Yeah, cogitating.
Got enough brochure?
Yeah, the Raquels.
I know. Did they tell you what country we've not got a what's it with?
A what?
No, thingamabob. A what's it treaty, where they can't get you back home if you've been a bad lad.
What are you going on about?
Go losing 100 grand's worth of whiskey. The next thing you're heading for the tropics. Not be skinning that if the plainclothes chap comes round.
Yeah, we got very simple minds.
I've got quite a simple mind myself. Have you been a bad lad, Charlie? Have you?
Oh, I don't believe it. How can you? You think I'm bent, don't you?
Come on, love, nobody's perfect.
Hey, thanks, but you got to be in the mood for these things.
Water has always been essential to gardeners.
A nice day then, have you? What about your wee cash flow problem? Did you get that sorted out?
Oh, she shouldn't have mentioned that to you. I mean, there's nothing to worry about.
Ah, well, she worries about your son. You know what I mean?
Well, I've got it sorted, Dad. I've got it well sorted.
Have you? Well, that's dead good. Here, listen, you mind letting me into your wee secret of success, do you?
I don't mind me asking him. What's your problem here?
What's my problem?
Oh, no. You're getting all steamed up here. What for?
Excuse me, what's my problem? Well, how about this, for starters? I've got a son who cons money out of his mother. How about that, eh?
I didn't con it.
Oh, terribly sorry. Is there another word for it, sonny boy? Is there, eh? When you lie to someone to get money out of them, you go to someone because they eat their bloody heart out about you and then you con money out of them. Well, tell me the other word, will you, please?
Listen, if you're going to start one of your numbers, I don't want to know because I've heard it all before.
No. You're staying here till I finish.
Christ.
Yes,
Don't
you
take
are.
your hands off me.
Oh, big man now, are you?
Big enough.
Oh, yes, that'll be the day. Now, what did you want that money for? What did you do with it?
That is my business.
Oh, really? Well, perhaps you could enlighten me. Remind me what your business is. Gambling on horses with a major, is that it? Eh? Is he your partner now?
All right. I was gambling on the horses with the major.
Can't you see what that man is? He's a useless chancer, and God knows what else he is hanging around with lads of your age. Has he changed his tune since the last time I saw him?
Well, at least he was an officer and a gentleman at one time, which is more than you ever were.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I'm not, son. And I'll tell you one thing I never have been. I'm not, and I never have been a con artist. I'm not, and I never have been a thief. And by God, I'm not, and I never have been some fancy wee rent boy.
Oh, God, you've gone mad. And I'll tell you another thing. I haven't conned that money out me mum because I'm going to give it her back.
Am I coming in?
I suppose.
I didn't realise it was going to be quite such a surprise to you. And to be honest, why? Why is it?
Well, maybe I've just been having a bit of a hard time lately.
Oh, yeah, I should have thought. I know, I'm sorry. You have spent 2 years telling me to get out of your light.
Yes, I suppose I have.
No, suppose, be honest. I finally got the message, you can hardly complain. Would it be different if she wasn't just across the street?
Well, that's very sensitive of you, Ken. I'm amazed. Do you know, I think I might find it a bit easier if the slut wasn't right under my nose.
No, she's not a slut, and you have no right to call her a slut.
What, me in particular?
No, anybody. I mean, she's not a slut, and when you calm down, you'll be glad you didn't go around using words like that, so don't.
That's right, Deirdre, just calm down.
Look, she wants to consider your feelings, and so do I.
How noble?
No, it's not noble, it's just that, well, we have to live. I mean, life has to go on.
Do we?
No, she really does want to consider your feelings. She knows what it's like. She has an ex as well.
What a wonderful woman.
Well, look, just consider her feelings. You're the only other person on the street who knows that she's,
Am I?
Yeah, she wasn't happy that I told you. She'd sooner wait a while.
Am I supposed to care?
Look, please, just keep it to yourself. I mean, be reasonable. I don't need to explain it to you.
Get out.
Look, please, just keep it to yourself.
You see this?
Deirdre.
Remember Mrs. Bobbitt, do you?
Come on, Deirdre, you're getting irrational.
Yes, because that's how I feel.
Sorry I came.
You will be if you stick around any longer.
Hiya. Hey. What have you been doing? Oh, no. Not again. You've not gone throwing your fists round again.
That's too right, he hasn't. Once too often.
What's been going on?
Oh, ask him, he'll explain it to you.
No, you tell me.
500 quid, Liz. You gave him 500 quid.
So?
Well, what in the name of Jesus did you think he was going to do with it?
That is up to him.
Oh, is it? What, gambling on horses? Is that up to him? Just throwing your money he's conned out of you away? Is that up to him? Well, great.
I give up on this family. I do, I give up.
All right, I went betting with it.
Oh, you stupid. You stupid!
Of course, you never even stopped to think about this, did you? Oh, no. Too busy laying round with the big stick, because I won, you see. I won plenty.
Wait a minute. I suppose you think that makes it all right, conning money out of your mother to betting the horses, you see? He thinks that makes it all right.
I'm stuck in a bit over. Call it me rent and that, so I'm not leaving you owing you anything, because that's it. You've seen me.